And now, last but not least, we shall move to the third speaker, Dr. Zalina, on importance of Islamic business ethics in halal industry. Let me share the slide.
Thank you, Dr. Shahira. My apology for not being able to share on my own. I think it's something with my internet connection. It's lagging. Okay.
So I hope, okay. Okay. Okay, Doctor, the floor is yours. Okay.
Thank you very much. So today's topic, I think it's more or less the same with of course Dr. Saidatul has got more to share because it's totally because of the business sustainability and Mr. Umar has already spoken about the fairness of dealings and according to the Islamic perspective. Actually, it's not very much difference with what I'm going to say today. It's on the business ethics, Islamic business ethics, but probably I would want to share a bit if we have got time about the halal industry practice in Malaysia. So can we move to the first slide, Doctor?
Okay, Doctor.
Can we move to the next slide?
Oh, I've moved. This one there is does not move.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
already shared that.
All right, thank you. So, halal industry is a dynamic and rapidly growing sector as Muslim spending is expected to reach 2.8 trillion USD by 2025, and the growth is at compound annual growth of 7.5% over the next 4 years approximately. So this is something that we cannot just ignore. It caters to the specific needs of Muslim consumers, of course, seeking products and services that align with their religious values. So this presentation will explore the crucial role that Islamic business ethics play in the success of the halal industry and how that can foster consumer trust. Next.
Okay. Doctor, I've already moved the slide.
Right, yeah, it took time. So Islamic business ethics are not merely about ensuring products are halal, but they are also a set of comprehensive principles written in the Quran and the Hadith guiding ethical conduct and in all aspect of business. So they are principles included the core principles include honesty and integrity, ensuring truthfulness in all transactions, fairness and justice, treating all stakeholders with equity, transparency, fostering openness, and clear communication. So there is also social responsibility or ihsan, considering the impact of business on society and the environment. And finally, avoiding exploitation, prohibiting deceptive practices and unfair advantages. So most of the pillars or the elements here, we can see that from the aspect of international or business, actually they are all laid down under the law or specific regulations already. However, if we can see from all of the pillars, actually it has laid down a long time ago in the Quran and the Hadith, as Mr. Umar has already spoken about. Next slide, Doctor. Okay. So by adhering to Islamic business ethics, the halal industry can achieve several key benefits. First, it ensures that products or services comply with Islamic dietary and non-dietary guidelines. So if you can see now, for halal, most of the halal industry in the world, give example of Malaysia, we have 9 schemes of halal industry. Of course, it's not only now covering food and beverages, but it's more than that. For example, we have cosmetics, we have pharmaceutical, we have even medical devices, we have services as well like logistic, store, warehouse, storage, retail, and we also have other consumer goods. So it's so diverse, and so it shows that non-dietary guidelines or non-food items are also something that we need to be taken care of very, very clearly. So this build trust and confidence among Muslim consumers who can be assured that their faith-based values are respected. And furthermore, Islamic business ethics promote ethical sourcing and production practices through the supply chain. As I said just now, people have seen this through not only supply chain, but also, as Mr. Umar said, it's now becoming blockchain. It's a systematic way, and it's more integrity and transparency included in the blockchain. So this foster responsible environmental practices. Okay, bear in mind, Dr. Saida will have always mentioned about environmental issues, and also we cannot take lightly on the fair treatment of workers as well. So ultimately, operating ethically creates a competitive advantage for halal business, allowing the business to stand out in a good marketplace and at the global level. Next, Doctor.
Ya, Doktor.
Right. So, safeguarding consumer rights and Islamic business ethics in action. So, let's delve deeper into how Islamic business ethics translate into concrete actions that safeguard consumer rights. And here, honesty and transparency are very paramount. And clear labeling and ingredient logo that we have, the halal logo, and not only we have a lot of halal logos, but of course, having known all the real logo is also something that must be taken in mind. So clear labeling of ingredient processes empower consumer to make informed choices based on their religious benefit. It's up to them. Of course, the perception is different from one consumer to another, but informed choices is the right of consumers from the very beginning. Fairness and justice ensure equitable treatment throughout the supply chain. Of course, avoiding exploitation prohibits deceptive practices, like we know riba or the charging excessive interest and manipulation of market forces to gain unfair advantage. And finally, social responsibility. Encourage halal business to prioritize the well-being of their employees, minimizing their environmental impact, and contribute positively to the community when they operate halal business. So again, I'm very impressed with the Nasaidatul efforts. This is one of the CSR, I guess, although it's kind of training to give back to the society. What you give, for example, training them to, to have a good model of business, to have a sustainable action in business. And may we move to the last slide, Doctor?
Ya, Doktor.
Thank you. Right. So, in conclusion, Islamic business ethics actually are not simply an add-on. It is a cornerstone of the halal success of halal industry. They foster trust, transparency, and responsible practices throughout the whole supply chain. And this ethical approach contributes to a more sustainable and ethical global marketplace. So that's about what I want to share with you. But if I have time, probably in 1 or 2 minutes, let me share about the Malaysia's halal industry, whereby in Malaysia we are voluntary nature. We don't force business to actually apply for halal certification. It's, like I said, voluntary. But I look also at the Indonesia, whereby Indonesia and, for example, Brunei, they have started to actually move towards mandatory halal assurance or halal mandatory system. Brunei started in 2017, and whereby Indonesia, they have started from 2014, but they have, upgraded and ever since updated with the new law and amending 2021, making all the products must be halal throughout Indonesia for including the SMEs business. So this is a commendable effort. However, they raise certain issues whereby at WTO level, we know the World Trade Organization, many of the countries are, of course, members of WTO. Halal measures, if ever that any country wanted to, to apply, then it needs some notification because to the WTO, because it's just one of the legal obligations. Many countries, especially Muslim countries, including those of OIC countries, have not done so. So a few years back, there were 3 disputes on halal measures have been submitted to the dispute resolution at WTO level about these halal measures have not gone according to WTO agreement, TBT or SPS agreement. This dispute has been settled or have been resolved. However, they never attempt to actually resolve this according to if halal measures actually is against the WTO, that is on the SPS and TBT measures for most of countries. I think Muslim countries, especially Muslim majority, we need to take this to actually discuss, have some discourse at the international level. How do we deal about this? SMIC, for example, I mean, this is a great platform for Muslim countries to discuss, because otherwise there will always be more disputes about halal measures being, applied in all of our countries. So that's about the sharing that I would like to make. So thank you very much, Dr. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Dr. Zalina, on highlighting the current issue pertaining to SMIC and also halal, especially on the issues pertaining to the